Hello YouTube! Scott here, and I am back with another instant review. Now, I know my reviews of the MCU shows have been a little bit sporadic, and I can think of more than a few that I've missed. But now I am back, and I am here to review She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Now, as far as an overview goes, I have to admit, first off, I've never seen Orphan Black. I know that was Tatiana Maslany's big break, and I've heard she was phenomenal in it, but I never actually watched the show. Watching this, though, kind of made me wish that I had, because I know she was doing the whole clone thing there and pulling off all these different characters, and it was perfect. And she does really well here, too. She can pull out the funny, she can do the emotional beats. We don't see her do that much lawyering, which is kind of focus, or the central focus of her character. But this is the pilot, I'm sure they'll get to it. We also see great work from Mark Ruffalo in both of his forms, and I will get back to that in a minute. The supporting cast is good. The plot, it's a bunch of exposition and setup, but I think that works because, it's a pilot. You got to know where you're starting, right? So let's see if I can do a brief synopsis. Tatiana Maslany plays Jennifer Walters. She's an attorney. She wants to be district attorney of, I forget which city. I'm not sure if they said. If they did, I kind of missed it. And everything would be fine except her law clerk mentions the word Hulk. And right after that is the point where she breaks the fourth wall, which is an excellent nod to the comics because much like Deadpool, She-Hulk was kind of known for breaking the fourth wall. And she knows that despite the fact this is a show about lawyers, you're not going to be able to pay attention if you don't hear the whole, her whole Hulk origin story. So, yeah, a lot of this episode is a flashback. And sometimes that's not great, but it really works in this case. So you start off by seeing Jennifer traveling with her cousin, Bruce Banner, which is interesting in at least 3 different ways. One, Bruce has his arm in a sling, so this is clearly after the Hulk used the Infinity Gauntlet in Endgame. 2, Bruce is in his human form again, which shouldn't be a thing because, he managed to reconcile the whole Banner Hulk thing that he had going on. We saw that in Endgame. But now he apparently has this inhibitor device, even though it's a prototype, that allows him to subdue his Hulk side. And 3, out of nowhere an alien ship shows up and surprises Jennifer so much, who's driving, by the way, while eating Cheerios and weirdly discussing Captain America's sex life. Their car goes off the road, and in a freak accident, some of Bruce's blood mixes with Jennifer's, and she kind of predictably hulks out. But she doesn't remember it at first. She passes out, wakes up as Jennifer again, doesn't know where she is, winds up in a bathroom somewhere with some really nice women help her out. And on the way out, she gets accosted by some guys who have clearly not the best motives, and she hulks out again. But before she can do anything, she's apparently tackled by Bruce. Now, the next time she wakes up, she finds herself in Mexico, where Bruce has a little hideaway, where he was hiding during the blip. Although I could have sworn I was calling it something else. The dusting? No. I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. So Bruce knows what's going on with her, and he wants to help her, get control of her Hulk side, be the best Hulk she can be. And, get some technobabble about how technically this could only really happen to the 2 of them because they're from the same bloodline and have the same certain genetic factors that apparently allow them to synthesize gamma radiation instead of it just killing them, which is all well and good. So Bruce wants to experiment with Jennifer's Hulk side, and he scares her into hulking out, and she does, but then he realizes she's still her. She still has her intelligence. She hasn't let some angry green girl take over. And a lot of the episode after that is kind of a montage of him helping her with her Hulk abilities, her strength and stamina and whatnot, and balance, interestingly. He can balance pretty well, but she can kind of contort herself. And he wants her to, help get her emotions under control to help keep her from hulking out. But what he doesn't realize is she already has way better emotions of her control than he does. Unfortunately, that's because she's a woman in modern times. She kind of has to have control of her emotions, or she's looked at a certain way. It's basically a commentary on, our society in this day and age. After a few more hijinks, she's ready to leave. He doesn't want her to leave. He doesn't think she's ready yet, although she clearly has surpassed him. They fight. They wreck his bar. She apologizes, and they talk, and she actually breaks the fourth wall for the first time. And then she goes back to her regular life, and she can control being the Hulk. So you get to the end of the episode, and you finally have the court case that she was preparing for in the beginning, along with her partner at the law firm, who is kind of a jerk and obviously mansplaining things to her, and her previously mentioned clerk. Now, she gets up to give her closing argument, and that's when the most inexplicable part of the episode happened. And if you heard everything I just said, or you watched the episode, you would know that's saying something. A random evil villainess named Titania blasts through the wall of the courtroom. Now, I say it's random because nothing preceded it. It's like she just blasted through there for no reason at all. And it happened to be at the point where a lawyer who can synthesize gamma radiation was there, because Jennifer hulks out and takes her down good. And then, she gets, back in her shoes, which she took off because they were going to split open. And she said, Your Honor, I'm ready to give my closing statement. And that is kind of the episode overall. I think it's going to be really fun. Not sure why they had to tack on the whole thing with Titania, but it was really nice to see Jamila Jamil again. She was playing Titania, and I'm really excited to see her going forward. I just honestly can't wait to see the rest of it. Probably not going to go back and do the other ones. The shows have come and gone, and that's okay. But anyway, I'd like to know what you guys thought about it, so if you have anything to say, leave a comment down below, assuming I can actually allow comments, because sometimes YouTube has been just disabling comments on videos lately. I don't know. You do all the usual YouTube things. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when I put up a new video. And until next time, I have been Scott, and this has been an Instant Review, an offshoot of opinions no one cares about. Everyone has opinions. This one was mine.